Hi all, this is Simona Rich, and in this video I'm going to read out another article of mine called Ecstasy Junkies. It's easy to fall for the trap of thinking yourself to be highly attained if you're able to experience altered states of consciousness in meditation. The ability to change vibration makes you able to tune into different dimensions. The experience is ecstatic, and I was in this trap for many years. Coming out of such meditation makes you look forward to the next one. You feel powerful and happy, and that's what many people think meditation is, just sitting and experiencing blissful state. Yet it's the same old running after pleasure in a spiritual garb. If you take the road of altered states, it's the same as if you took magic mushrooms or smoked weed. It's not that this kind of meditation helps you to get liberated, but it only enhances the illusion that we find ourselves in. So it could be a huge enhancement, to find yourself in other states of consciousness, to explore different realms, but then you're actually not getting liberated from the illusion that the mind created, but you are actually getting deeper stuck into it because it's more pleasurable, it's more interesting than to explore those kinds of realms. And that's fine for people who aren't looking to get liberated. This falls into the same category of gaining spiritual powers. It simply enhances this current existence. So some people do have spiritual powers, and I witnessed it with my own eyes, that people can shapeshift, for example. But then it requires a lot of energy expenditure to develop those powers, and then they don't actually help you to transcend this reality, but it just gets more interesting, so you get yourself trapped deeper into it. That's why liberated beings like Buddha or Nisargadatta Maharaj, I should read more Maharishi's materials. I read him such a long time ago, but maybe he also says the same thing, that basically Buddha and Nisargadatta Maharaj warned about such states and told to ignore all the visual phenomena during meditation, even the most divine ones. And for example, in Vipassana meditation, many students who start this path, they are excited when they get some kind of vision or something like this, and they rush to tell the teachers, and teachers ignore it because they are following the words of Buddha to ignore all kinds of visual phenomena. For me personally, I find that they inspire me to continue meditating, but I understand that you can develop attachment to such incredible states. We are supposed to stay conscious rather than being lost in otherworldly dimensions. Looking forward to the next meditation to experience altered states of consciousness is the same as looking for the next smoke. The only way to use herbal substances for them to help in liberation is to use them in small amounts so that they slow down thought. So they are like medicine. This allows you to enjoy the thought-free states for longer, which takes you closer to your true nature. There is danger, however, of becoming addicted to such substances, so they should be used with great caution. 2 weeks ago, I took 2 puffs of marijuana, I don't know if it's called that way, as my mind was racing due to doing too many life assessments. It helped me to relax much quicker, but I haven't used it since because I would only take such external aids as a last resort. So it's like medicine. If you have some health problem, then you can take medicine, but then people get addicted to that medicine, and that's a trap. The real purpose of meditation is to take you beyond thought, but getting lost in other dimensions is staying in the same thought-generated illusions. Focus on those moments in between thoughts and relax into them. Real meditation is establishing yourself in that space between thoughts when you are fully conscious, and people don't like those states because people get bored. They just sit and if they sit long enough, they will experience thought-free state. But firstly, nothing will happen. So you're just getting bored in that state, but actually that state is pregnant with things taking place, but you can't see them. And then what that does to you is that you keep finding yourself in thought-free states, and then you suddenly find another dimension of love in you and goodness in you. So there's a lot of work going on in those states, but you can't witness that at those moments. Nisargadatta Maharaj teaches that although it may feel boring to stay thought-free, I just said that a lot is going on. If you allow yourself to enjoy that state of total peace, your pure consciousness is fixing your mind. It's becoming untainted, which will allow you to get a better look at your real self, because then the mind becomes like a mirror. Now it's a tainted mirror, and people react against the projections of the mind, but it should become like a mirror, truly showing what the reality is about. The mind is very inventive. It perceives gaps free from thoughts as the attempt to kill it. So it gives the sweetest experiences of altered states of consciousness in the hope that its trick isn't found out and its total domination of the person is allowed to continue. So the mind fools person into thinking, with those pleasurable, beautiful visions in the hope that the person continues exploring those things and the mind gets unnoticed. It also makes a person sleepy during meditation so that he or she can get lost in the world of dreams created by the mind. So the mind is so smart in trying to make itself kept tainted, because when we are trying to cleanse itself, it will rebel. So it will give all kinds of beautiful visions and pleasurable sensations in the hope that this will distract the person from doing the further work of cleaning the mind. It's exciting to see different worlds, but eventually even these non-physical experiences become repetitive and you understand their true nature. They too are traps like this world is. Nisargadatta Maharaj teaches that when you lose interest in this world as well as others, that's when these illusions will no longer obstruct your true being and it will shine in all its glory. And that's what we find in Hinduism. It's told that Maya is like a woman who keeps dancing, and you find it very beautiful, but then when you lose interest in her, then it stops dancing and then you can see your real self. So that's the article. I hope it was useful for your meditation, because there are so many traps in spirituality, so this is one of them, in getting lost in pleasurable sensations rather than continuing to experience thought-free states, which is what liberates. Thank you for watching. Take care.